Hi, I'm Sagar from IsoSaan Containment Solutions Private Limited, and today I'm going to give you a quick introductory video on how a split butterfly valve works. Now, a split butterfly valve, also known as an active passive valve or an SBV, is commonly used in the containment industry. This is usually done when you want to transfer high potent powder from point A to point B. This valve consists of two halves. One is the active valve, which is a heavier component that is usually mounted on the charging position or on a discharge position of an isolator, and the other is a passive valve over here. This is a lighter component that is usually connected to an IPC bin or a canister and in some sorts. For today's demonstration, we'll be using a charge point split butterfly valve. So shout out to charge point for letting us have these components. So what you see here is a poly bottle connected to a passive valve with a cap. The cap does two purposes. One, it helps you to lift it and tug it around, and two, it protects the valve body itself. In order to release this, we have to pull open the cap and twist, and the cap comes off. Coming closer, this is the disc of the passive valve, and these are the guiding pins for it. The valve works in a way that the active and passive valve mate together and they open. So the powder flows on this side and this side. So the outer surfaces are contaminated. Once closed, this part is again exposed to the inner side of the IPC and this part to the reactor or the RMG or whatever. So when you disconnect it, these two sides, that is this side and this side, will remain safe. So this is the passive valve cap cover. I'm just going to quickly show you how to put it back on. So putting it on is also simple. You hold it and you rotate it. So you hear it click, and that's how it locks. For unlocking, pull it up and remove it. We'll keep this aside for now. This is the active valve. Now this has got a protection cap inside. It's usually used for preventing anything going on onto the surface, also for pressure retention. In order to remove the cap, this has a series of mechanical interlocks. In this case, we're going to have to pull this back and unlock it, and the cap comes off. So this has got an O-ring on the side and again guide pins, which are matching the notches over here, and this is the active hemisphere of the valve. Just to show you how this thing goes back in, it goes back over here. You press it a bit so that it engages this thing, and you lock it. Locking it pushes back the pin. But since this is a cap, you will not be able to open the valve because this is just for pressure retention. Now, in order to open it, you can't just open it like this. You have to hold this, pull it back, and then come it out. And that's how it comes out. So in order for charging, the cap goes away and the IPC is brought close to this thing. These notches have to match the notches on the valve body. So this is empty for now. So the notches go in just like that. It engages. Once it is engaged, you have to lock it. Once it is locked, the pin goes in. That indicates that it has been completely locked. And then the valve opens. So this is the opening and closing of the valve. For this video, I'm going to open this and I'm going to show you how the valve hemispheres look like. Please make a note that I'm only doing this for video purposes. At actual, you are never supposed to open this when the valve is in use because that defeats the purpose of containment. So I'm going to keep this aside for now. This is not needed. Please bring the camera here. So this is what the valve looks like, and these are the two hemispheres. So this part is a part of the active valve and this is a part of the passive valve. You can see that it is connected over here. Once the interlocks are such that now when the valve is in open condition, you cannot unlock it, you cannot release it. That's how the mechanical interlock works. Now in order to close it, you have to close it completely. Only when this lever comes down, you can unlock this. I'll just show you again from another angle, and then you can release this. When that happens, you can remove the passive valve. The interlock is such that once the passive valve is removed, you cannot re-engage the ring. It has to go back inside. So at the moment, we have been using a valve made by ChargePoint Liverpool, and they've got different types of valves. So this is one of the most basic valves. There are other valves where you have got an air inlet and air exhaust system that it takes away the dust just before engagement. You've got valves that are used for sterility and so on. So for more information, you can log into our website at www.isosaan.com. I will leave that link in the description below. Thank you for your time. Jai Hind.